y'all are ready, man. There's no turning back now. I keep getting hearing that. It's like you didn't do all this work to be tucked away and to be hiding. Like I definitely get the call that yeah, we're about to be thrust into very public facing type positions. So I hope you're ready because it's definitely time to lead. And success flipped over and pink also came out. And this feels like exactly what I was saying. Like it's time, and it's like we're being thrust into positions to lead right now. And that doesn't mean like, oh man, the fun's over. Oh man, like you're about to be thrust into so much responsibility that heavy energies and a bunch of work. The pink feels like no, it's not that. This is a very, very divine work that's gonna feel like play most of the time. That's gonna feel like you doing exactly what you feel called to do and exactly what fills you up and lights you up. So don't block yourself upon hearing that by thinking that life's not going to be enjoyable or like your responsibilities are going to be a burden, because they're not. This is a whole new way, and it's like your leadership and you doing your divine work is going to feel like play. It's going to be simply you doing what fills your cup, you doing what lights you up, because that is a divine work. Because remember, what you feel called to do is in the world's best interest at any given time. Everybody doing what they're called to do, everybody following their intuition and really doing all those things is in the world's best interest. Just like the animals follow their instincts and they do all these things, it's like we're no different. If you follow your intuition, you follow your instincts, you cultivate that connection to it all and move in it and trust it and balance the divine masculine feminine energies within you and just continue to do that dance, that's in the world's best interest, because there is no separation between you and nature at that point, because you're moving in universal flow, you're moving in the flow of nature. So understand that this success and everything that you're being called to do is soft. It's going to feel soft. It won't feel hard. It's just going to feel like you showing up and doing what you're feeling called to do, and you're going to experience so much flow and um, achievement and all that on the back of it. So understand that yes, it's time to lead. Yes, it's time to step up and do your part, but it's in alignment to who you are. It's in alignment to what you love to do. That's all you're being called to do right now, is to do you and show up as you, but to actually show up as you and to just share with the world and allow yourself to be seen and felt, because who you've become now is someone who needs to be seen and felt, and that changes everything. 15 seconds fell out, and it's been a while since we've seen this one, but it feels like that same call. It's like all it takes is 15 seconds to change everything. You never know. You might get off of this reading right now and then go check your email and realize like, whoa, everything's different. An offer came in for that, one thing you made that you forgot about, and now your whole life's different. It's like you never know. Anything in your head, we tend to think about, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna create this thing, and I'm gonna promote it here and do all these things, and then you have this fat ass plan in your mind about executing and how you're gonna change everything and how you're gonna make this work and that work. But it's like you never know. Like in the poetry of the universe and the poetry of the unfoldment of the world, you never know how these things can play out. You really just don't. It's like, who knows? If you make music, who knows, somebody might just randomly be playing, your favorite artist might be listening to music and then shuffle randomly plays your song, and they hear it and they're like, wow, oh my god, like this is amazing, I need to talk to them. And then boom, they reach out to you, and it's like you could never plan for anything like that to happen. You could never sit there and be like, all right, I'm gonna make this song and I'm gonna make sure somehow that this person hears it. You could never consciously do that, but that's a very well a reality of something that could happen. So it's like the best thing you can do is understand that, yo, I don't know how the unfolding of this is going to happen, but I do know that it could happen literally any way, and that it can happen with so much ease and literally, it could happen from me doing nothing. I could go to sleep and wake up, my whole life is different. You literally could. And that doesn't mean that that's exactly how it's going to happen, but having a soft enough awareness and a soft enough connection to it all to know that that's possible is everything. And yeah, I say it all the time. All it takes is 15 seconds. And you never know when that 15 seconds is, when it starts, nothing. So it's like the best thing you can do is understand that it could happen at any time and to always be in that 15 seconds mode. Always understand that, yo, at any moment now, everything can change. At any moment, the biggest miracle of my life could come and fall into my lap, can walk into my experience, can change my world at any given moment. And that doesn't mean walk around sitting, waiting for things to happen. Like, no, do your thing, do what you feel called to do. Um, yeah, nurture that connection to yourself and to it all, but also leave room for miracles. Understand that at any given time, everything can happen for you, and that it is happening for you, even when you can't see it, even when you don't know. Because before that email comes to you, there's phone calls that happen. There's people who communicate with other people. Who are like, oh, dude, I sent you an email. This kid I saw, like, check it out when you get a chance. And then they might take days to check it out. It's like, yo, did you check out that video yet? It's like, oh, not yet. I'll check it out. And then they drag their feet for another week or so. And then they finally got around to it. It's like, oh, man, whoa, that kid was everything. It's like, yeah, I told you like 2 months ago that dude was everything. It's like, all right, yo, we need to get him here now. And it's like that whole 2 month time, you're sitting there like, oh, my God, like, what's going on? Like, is this really for me? Like, damn, like, maybe I should quit. It's like you have no idea that literally every single day as you were sitting there doing that, complaining, that someone was really like, yo, you need to hear this kid. This kid's amazing. Like, yo, you really need to check it out. And they're just in life and how it goes. It's like you just don't know at any given moment. You could literally be in the middle of your biggest miracle yet. And it's like it may not be in front of you yet. You may not see it yet, but you just don't know. And it's like in celebration of the fact that you don't know, leave room. Understand that, yo, shit, I'm in the middle of my 15 seconds right now. Somebody's talking about me somewhere. Someone's The things that are happening for my win, my next win, are unfolding right now. You know, there's meetings happening about me right now. There's someone looking at my art online right now who's like, this piece is really, really dope. Like, all right, I'm gonna move some things around and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna save some money or whatever. And I'm gonna come back and get it. And it's like, that's just the reality of the situation. You don't know what's unfolding for you at any given time, but your best bet is to know that things are unfolding for you in every given moment, no matter what it looks like, no matter what you see or what you don't see, and to trust that. So, hell yeah, I'm so proud of you and everything you're doing. So definitely have faith that it's all unfolding as it needs to, and that divine timing has not let you down yet. So just do your part. That's all you're being called to do. Because most of the things that are unfolding right now are not in your control. So yeah, take that pressure off yourself and just do your part. That's it. The rest of it is being taken care of anyway. Yeah. Netflix and basketball. And this just feels like, take it light now. Now that you understand that, go do something light, yo. Don't go figure out how to force something to happen. Don't go trying to make things happen. Like, go take it easy. Especially from here, I'm here to allow some of these things to kind of like integrate and allow them to kind of simmer in your system. Um, yeah, before deciding what direction to go next or what work to go do or anything like that. Just kind of like sit and do something you love. If you like to play sports, go play sports right quick. If you like to watch sports, go watch sports. If you want to go watch a movie or go put something on with your family or somebody you love, go do that and allow yourself to inject some more play into your reality and understand that here, turn that frown upside down, man. If this is how you're feeling, like just trying to push ahead and blaze ahead right now, go look outside and remember that it's winter and that the energy is not there for that right now. So yes, you might still need to get things done. You may still be collecting, the last bit of your harvest from fall, but understand that everything right now is resting. Hibernation is the name of the game. So take things a little slower right now. If you're somebody who sits there and powers through and works for hours on end, if you can, take breaks, take longer breaks in between, and do shorter work chunks, like maybe 1 hour work and then chill for an hour, or anything like that. Anything with like bigger rest periods and like shorter spurts of work right now could go a really, really long way, is what I'm hearing. Um, and Virgo on the bottom, and this just feels like, remember you're human. Remember you're not, you're you're here. Yes, you're multidimensional, but you're in a human body, and the human body has different limitations. It has different things. So it's like you have to cater to yourself a little bit, as far as just resting, as far as making sure your nervous system is okay, as far as making sure you eat, and that, all these things that you have to account for outside of just doing your thing, because there's maintenance that's involved. Sometimes there's, if you have your leg in the wrong position, you got to move it. It feels weird. It's like you have to kind of work with your body and the limitations of your body in the process of doing everything else. So yeah, just be gracious with yourself and understand. Take things slow, and if you find yourself running up against the wall, just look outside and remember that, yeah, we're in a time right now where things are slower. It's time to rest. You're not even supposed to be working. So the fact that you can get anything done, you should be grateful, and you should express gratitude for the progress that you're making, um, even if it is slow. So hell yeah. And look, on the bottom is go down the rabbit hole. And it's like, just follow the energy. The things that have a natural flow to them, dive into those things. And in that process, you'll also discover more flow, and it'll bleed out and trickle out into everything else. So if you're trying to go in this direction, but there's a lot of resistance, but this other thing has so much flow, and it feels like you don't even have to do anything. You just show up and surrender to it, and it unfolds, and it feels so rewarding, and it lights you up. Go do that, and understand that as you explore that thing, that the energy that you cultivate through there, how it fills into your cup, and all that will be able to bleed over into some of the things that have some resistance, or that aren't creating this energy itself to sustain those activities. Um, so yeah, follow the energy and go down the rabbit hole. And it may feel like it's things that aren't productive. It may feel like it's things that don't necessarily lead to physical results, as far as just sustenance. But understand that the way you feel and the energy that gets cultivated through that is very, very far reaching and knows no bounds. So yeah, definitely lean into that. And Capricorn, and this just feels like the season we're now in. We're just coming out of Sagittarius season into Capricorn season as we started winter. And this just feels like another reminder to understand that where we are right now, that we're in a slower moving time. Like, and it may feel drastic because we're coming out of, fire energy into a slower earth energy. Um, but yeah, so understand that there may be some contrast in your experience right now, but nothing has changed. You're very much in alignment. Um, so I just keep hearing, go look outside. Like, if you feel confused, go look outside. And I feel like you'll have no more questions at that point. You'll look and you'll see the trees probably aren't moving. Like, you don't see an animal in sight. Probably all those things. And it's just like, yeah, everything's chilling right now. So go chill, go rest, go relax. And when it's time to work again, you'll feel that call again to work. You'll feel that inspiration to work. You won't experience any resistance. You'll feel a flow in that direction, and you'll be able to trust it. So, yeah. And see you later. That's it. Enjoy. Like, enjoy the unfoldment of all of that. Free yourself and allow yourself to embrace the flow that is here for you, and the flow that's available. It may not be the flow that you're looking for, or the flow that carries you to allow you to just blaze through and do all these things, but there is a flow that allows you to feel like you. And all you have to do is surrender to it and allow it to present itself, and trust it, and trust that, yeah, rest is productive when you need to rest. Play is productive when you want to play and need to play. Um, and work is not productive when you don't need to be working. Work is not productive when you're tired and you need to rest. So don't feel like work is just always productive. Like, oh, as long as I got something done, like, that's not necessarily true. Because if you were already burnt out and you pushed through and kept going, understand that you're keeping inspired action further away, because you have to have a full your cup has to be a certain amount of full to have inspired action present itself, or those little inspired sparks to come and into your system. So it's like if you're sitting there all drained out and burned out, understand that the real far reaching work is not going to come to you. Those ideas and downloads are going to go to somebody who has the space and the rest and the trust and surrender to the universal flows to be able to really carry them out and to actualize and ground them in. So the best thing you can do in the name of productivity is to do what you feel called to do at any given time, because showing up authentically is the name of the game. So if you feel like resting, that's the most productive thing you can do at that time. If you feel like working, that's the most productive thing you can do at that time. And if you feel like play, that's the most productive thing you can do at that time, because there's something that's trying to be expressed through you. There's something that's trying to be cultivated through you. And it may just be to get you charged up so that you can do that next thing. But it's like you don't know that. You don't know what the reason for the call is. So it's like the only thing you're being asked to do is answer it and show up. So, yeah. That being said, whew, it's definitely feel like we're reaching out like a culmination of things. Oh, yeah. It's like Ace of Pentacles just popped up again. It's like, remember, this is the opportunity right now. Be you. Show up fully embodied, no matter what that looks like. And show up fully embodied as much as you can, and in as many spaces as you can. I'm telling you, I'm not saying go force yourself, not just go force a bunch of social media posts or anything like that, or now just be outside all day, every day to be seen. But it's like, where you can inject a little bit more presence, where you can show up a little bit more, show up more authentically, or where you already show up, but show up as a limited version of you, or like a piece of you. It's like, how can you show up more in those places you already are, in those places you already show up? That's the call right now. It's like that's the message um, that wants to be left with us right now. It's like, how can I be me in more places? How can I inject more me into the place I'm already? And the lovers. It's like, it's time, and this is the divine union between you and everything that you've become. It feels like this is your reality trying to recalibrate itself to match who you've now become. But in order for it to do that, you have to show up in your reality as who you've now become. Because then that will attract in the opportunities that continue to ground in who you've now become for your reality to match that. Because as you show up as who you now are, opportunities that match who you now are can see you and present themselves to you. Because someone who's looking for a super multi-dimensional person with a bunch of charisma and who's very confident and all that, how do they how does that opportunity reach you if the person with the opportunity doesn't know you exist? If they can't see you, they have to see you being that person. Like, oh my God, that person, wow, they know about spirituality. Oh man, they're really bright. Oh man, they have that spark about them. Their energy feels so nice. Like, they're perfect for this thing. It's like they have to see you to know that you're perfect for this thing. And you have to show up as you, who is perfect for most things. So yeah, that's just the call right now, is to just really, really, really embody who you are, and to share who you are with the world, and share it with um, the people who want to experience you, because they do want to experience you, and your people are looking for you. The opportunities that get you to everything that you want for yourself are looking for you. And yeah, judgment on the split. It's like the choice is yours now. It's like you've done all this work, and the last thing you're being asked to do is just have faith and to show up. And it's like, what's the call? What are you gonna do? It's like, no one's here to save you, but this is how you save yourself. You've done the work. Don't get scared now. Don't be shy now. Like, you've done all this, so now it's like, just allow yourself to be now. And watch your reality do the rest. And watch the unfoldment do the rest. That's exciting stuff, man. Yeah, I'm really proud of us more than anything. It's like these last couple weeks, it's like embodiment, and even this week felt like embodiment, but yeah, it felt like another layer to that. Four of Pentacles, and this just feels like, yeah, don't fall into lack this week, y'all. And I feel like that feels significant because, depending on if you celebrate, it is holiday season. It is a time where, money's going out, and some people, you're being faced with a lot of your money mindset right now. Like if you've been, if lack is a lot of your reality, you're seeing it right now. As you're thinking about who you want to get gifts for, as you continue to have to check your account to make sure to see how much money you're working with, as you're buying gifts, as you're planning things, as you're getting ready to travel, and all these things, you're having to continue to go back and see the money. You're having to continue to make these decisions of lack or abundance. You're having to continue to choose these things, especially right now. So this just feels like a nice reminder of like, yo, remember, you're choosing timelines. So at any given opportunity to choose lack or abundance, um, make sure you're choosing abundance. Make sure you're not choosing lack too many of the times. And that doesn't mean don't be mindful or just, spend it all or just throw it all away. But just understand that, just be mindful of why you're choosing things and from what vibration you're choosing things. Because there's choosing the abundant decision doesn't always mean spending money. It's just a matter of how empowered you are as far as the decision goes. Um, um, I'm trying to think of an example. Uh, hmm. Yeah, you can decide not to go buy a whole new phone, and it not be because of lack, because because you don't have enough money. It could just be as far as you don't need it, or you like the phone you have already, and the only reason you would buy a new phone is to keep up or to feel like, oh, I got this new shiny thing. So at that point, the empowered decision would be like, I don't need it. My phone works perfectly fine. I like my phone. So I'm just gonna stick with it. And it's like that's a very empowered decision. That's a very rich decision, honestly, because like that frees yourself up. So now you don't need the validation of others. You don't need the validation of the latest technology. Um, you feel whole within yourself. And it's like that is the empowered decision. And that example, buying the phone would be the lack vibration. Because like you don't even need the phone, you don't even want the phone, but you got it because you feel like you're missing out, or because you feel like other people have it. So that's lack. So that's just one example of how not spending the money would actually be the rich decision. So that's what the call is right now. Is just to make sure you're making the empowered decisions, that you're choosing abundance and the fact that you are abundant and wealthy, um, and that you're making the decisions that are aligned to that right now, especially in this time. Um, because we are shifting very, very quickly, and there is a lot of energy available and a lot of portals open right now. So understand that you're moving very quickly, and it's just a matter of which direction you're going. So at every opportunity, make sure you're choosing abundance, and you're aligning to the timelines in which you understand that you're abundant, and that yeah, it's all here for you. So, and then Queen of Wands on the split. Have the strength. Remember, we've seen the lines again. Keep that darkness close. If you do feel lack popping up, and um, you're coming face to face with those vibrations and that frequency, honor it, embrace it, thank it, and understand that it got you to this point and it kept you safe up until now. But lovingly let it know, like, yo, there's no room for you where we're going, and that I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I'm ready to choose me. I'm ready to choose the reality of me, which is that I am abundant and that I lack nothing. So, yeah, have the strength to do that this week. And yeah, and thank every opportunity to recalibrate your reality, because every opportunity to choose lack or abundance is an opportunity to shift closer, is to align to a timeline that's closer to your highest timeline, your most abundant timeline, to a timeline in which you need for nothing, because you know that you need for nothing. So every time an opportunity, oh my God, and then look, I kept shuffling, and the Ace of Pentacles was flipped over. It's like that's the opportunity right now. Embodiment. Embodiment, continue to choose the things that align to everything that you're bringing in for yourself and everything that's here for you right now. That's the biggest opportunity you're being given this week, is the opportunity to choose. And then, yeah, look, judgment on the split. See, we're getting repeats out. We got our recap going right now. And it's dope how I feel like the last couple weeks have been like that. It's like, yeah, towards the end, it's like it just starts to recap. Every time I look, it's like cards we've been through. But yeah, the choice is yours. What are you choosing? And understand that you're choosing at every given turn and every opportunity. You're choosing a timeline. And the more timelines you can choose that are aligned to the timeline that you see as your highest timeline, the ones that feel like that, you're going to look up, you're going to be there. You're going to look around and be like, wow, I'm in the middle of everything I've been asking for. It's like, yeah, you asked for, you got clear, and then you continue to choose the things that felt like it. And you understood that you become by being at every opportunity to be, because the opportunities for magic will continue to present themselves. And they seem like little small choices, but they're not. They're the big shifts every single time. So at every opportunity you get, express gratitude. And we got Three of Pentacles on the split, or on the bottom. And this just feels like, yo, your life is your biggest creation. And the choices you're making are creative choices. So when you're being faced with choosing this or that, how are you writing your story? Because you are writing your story in every moment. You know, what you eat today is a part of your story. Oh, collective ate this, and that today, and they went and hung out with this person. You know, like you're writing the story of your life through your choices. So make sure you're writing the best story ever told, because that's what's available to you. Your story is amazing, and it will be amazing if you allow it to be, and if you continue to align to the choices that creatively light you up, that make you feel alive, and that make you feel like you. And look, you're supported in that. You got your guides, you got your spirit team, your ancestors behind you, and they're ready to do whatever you need. They're there to support you. You're not alone in this. But yeah, understand that you are your biggest creation. Your life is your biggest creation. Everything that you create after that is just a part of that story. The story of you, the story of your life. So don't make sure you're not allowing anything to be bigger than the program, because it's all a part of that program. The job you work should not feel more important than your life when it's just a part of your story. The things you're responsible for and the bills and all that should not feel more important than your life when it's all just a part of your story. Your life is the creation. Your life is the big movie, is the big thing. Everything else is just a part of that. So make sure you're treating yourself and your life like that. Because at the point you know your life doesn't feel worth living, or at the point you're not here anymore, all that stuff doesn't even matter anymore. It all ends at that point. If you lose that job, your life doesn't end. Your story continues. You continue to write it from there. If that relationship ends and they leave, or you get that divorce, your story doesn't end right there. It continues on. There's still more to write. But at the point your life doesn't feel worth living anymore, at the point you give up, at the point, you leave this planet, the rest of that stuff is over with. So your life is the biggest thing and the most important thing that you can cultivate and give creative energy to, and take very seriously, and love, and show up authentically in, because it is the big thing, and everything else is just a part of that. So don't allow anything to be bigger than the program of you, bigger than the program of your life. But yeah, King of Wands on the bottom, or King of Swords on the bottom. Have confidence in that, knowing, man, you are the center point of your universe. Your connection to it all is what colors everything you experience. The most valuable thing you can do is to embody and to connect to yourself and have confidence in the way you see the world and your views of the world. And understand that is your reality. Your reality does not work like everybody else's reality works. It works as you know it to work. So understand no one can validate any of these things for you. Only you can. So have faith in that. A wheel of fortune under that. Things are turning, things are changing. You may be at the forefront, you may be ahead. You know, you may look around and everybody's not talking about the things that you know. They may not even see the things you know or even believe them to be true. But you knowing them and you experiencing the proof of that is all you need to know. There may be stuff that's reality to you that's not reality to me. That I've never experienced, that I don't know nothing about that. I'm like, I'm not sure about that. But that doesn't mean that it's not real. That doesn't mean that's not valid. All it takes is you having experienced it. And maybe I will one day, you know? And anyone who tries to challenge you and tries to make you feel crazy because they haven't experienced it, that's a grade A indicator that they're not someone to listen to. Because anyone who truly knows what's going on, who truly understands and is connected to themselves, will understand that, you know, your reality works as you know it to work. So just the fact that I haven't experienced it yet doesn't mean it's not valid. Anybody who truly knows will affirm you and push you further into these experiences, whether they've experienced them or not, because they know, oh, it's real for you, so it's real, period. So yeah, the tables are turning right now, and all you're being asked to do is be you. That's it. And be you relentlessly and be you unapologetically, and allow everything else to unfold and fall as it may. Got the chariot on the split. So we're on the move, y'all. It's time. It's time to ride out. It's like, I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to lead. I hope you're ready to show up as you. Because there's nothing else to do, honestly.